Mr. Owl, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
Let's find out. 1, 2, 3.
How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? The world may never know.
Yes. Now, let me see. Should be here in, I'd say half an hour. I don't know. I told you, Archimedes, I am not sure. All I know is that someone coming. Someone very... Fate would direction to me so that I, in turn, may guide him to this delightful place. And you say he will arrive in half an hour. We'll just... Well, you will, Archimedes, you will. Now, he'll be, a boy. Small, 11, 12 years old, and, scrawny fella.
From Da Vinci Code author Dan Brown is the new one is called, what is the lost symbol, right?
Lost symbol.
Set in the nation's capital, and it's centered on the world's oldest and largest fraternity.
Brown's book has renewed interest in the Freemasons, and as Elaine Quijano tells us this morning, it is a secret society that is still very well represented in Washington.
John and Kieran, for all the conspiracy theories about Freemasons, this much is true. They can still be found at the highest levels of American government.
From the Capitol to the White House, Freemasons throughout history have freely roamed the halls of power in Washington. 9 of the men who signed the Declaration of Independence were Freemasons, as were more than a dozen U.S. presidents, including George Washington, who famously laid the cornerstone of the Capitol building clad in his ceremonial Masonic apron. These days, Masons can still be found in powerful government positions. Masonic historian Arturo De Hoya.
We have
Lucifer, what is your problem?
just that, sir. I'm a Christian, sir.
I'm pure and virtuous and wholesome and innocent. How can you say anything about me?
Sir, you need to be born again.
I am born again.
Now, did you just say that you were Lucifer?
I am Lucifer.
Okay, define Lucifer for me.
Pure, virtuous, wholesome, innocent individual that's out to help people.
Lucifer is?
Yeah.
Say that again. Lucifer is a pure, holy,
Virtuous.
virtuous. Now, is he the Lucifer that God created?
That's the same one.
Oh, man, this is great. I'm going to put this on the internet. Amen.
God bless you,
Amen.
brother.
Because that's exactly what the Shriners and Masons teach, is that Lucifer is light.
No.
And you're
What about those
confirming it.
hospitals?
You know what, sir? Jesus said, many will say to me on that day, Lord, Lord, we did not do these good deeds in your name. And you'll say, away from me, you workers of iniquity. I never knew you.
Jesus said it?
In Matthew chapter 5.
Mercy.
No.
That's hard to believe.
So you're a Christian and you don't know that. Actually,
No, I really am.
you are.
Because I'm pure and virtuous.
You're pure and virtuous, okay. Yeah. In other words, you're perfect without Jesus, right?
No.
Okay, tell me about Jesus. Who is Jesus?
But he's my leader.
Is he the Son of God?
Yes, he
Is he
is.
the only worshipful master?
Yes.
Have you ever been called worshipful master?
No, I've just been too busy. I've been working.
Working.
Been working to help people.
What kind of work?
Get out.
See, this is what a Mason confesses, is that Lucifer is light.
is also a prominent member of the Bohemian Grove, the offshoot of Skull and Bones. This insider of insiders, a staple of the White House for 22 years, got very upset when we brought up deny the rituals. He just became angry and didn't act very gentlemanly.
The real wild card here is the demonstration. We just don't know where this is going to go. When they were peaceful today, there's a lot more anger among those demonstrators that you talk to them and say, they're pretty angry people. So that's a big wild card.
Hey, Mr. Gergen, can we talk to you for a second? I'm Alex Jones. I have a TV show in Austin. I make documentaries.
Yeah, well, is there a camera or are you?
Yeah, right there. Just about. Yeah, but I just want to get your permission first. Here.
Okay, it's looking like it.
No, I understand. We're talking to David Gergen, and he has advised several presidents, and of course has written quite a few books, and is a, I would call you a political pundit or researcher.
Commentary at Over the Hill, whatever.
How long have you been in New York?
About 4 hours.
What do you think of this circus?
Well, I haven't seen all the protests yet, but I've never seen as much security for a convention as we have here. And it's, the city's almost closed down. I think it's remarkable. I think it's unfortunate in terms of politics that we have to have this many police around.
There's been a lot of news articles and reports saying that there's a heightened risk of terror attacks. Do you think do you think there's a chance of that?
I think, well, listen, they just arrested, I think they're broken up some block, allegedly to somebody wanted to blow up subways. Yeah, I think it's very real danger. And you've got Madison Square Garden is sitting right, basically on top of a train station, and Boston Convention was right on top of a train station. Yeah, I just have to remember that trains are very accessible, vulnerable, and that's what happened in Spain. We went after trains. Those trains it wasn't very expensive. So I think there's that danger, but I think the police are on top of it. They're treating this as a special security event, which means there's not only the obvious police around, but believe me, there's a lot of private stuff going on.
One last question. I read a Washington Times article many years ago where you had a comment about the organization, and then now it's been in the Wall Street Journal, it's been in a lot of different newspapers, and that's the Bohemian Grove. And back in, 1996, when you joined as a Clinton advisor, the Republicans were criticizing you, what about Bohemian Grove? And then you countered them by saying, hey, I don't run around in the woods naked. What did that mean? Here is the before-mentioned Washington Times article. He said, I didn't run around naked like they do.
I don't know what quote you're referring to. I'm not aware of any quote like that. Listen, I am a happy member of the Bohemian Grove. I like the folks who come there, and it's really inappropriate for me to talk about the group beyond that.
Have you been there for the ceremony with the cremation of care?
Frankly, I don't think that's something I need to talk to you about.
Have you been there for the ceremony with the cremation of care?
Frankly, I don't think that's something I need to talk to you about.
answer is